Hello, welcome to Druidcraft. I was playing the classic D&D adventure, Vanilla Gorilla of Mushroom Mines, when I got the itch to make my own figure. Maybe not at the same scale as my little froggos here, something that'll be easy for me to sculpt. So I decided to have a look in the monster manual for ideas. There's lots of really cool critters here, but I felt a little intimidated by all the realistic detail. So, I decided to go old school. This is the second edition version of the Bulette, and the subject of this video. You know, he's looking kinda pierogi shaped. I think I'm gonna call him Pierogi. Anyway, I started off Pierogi by wrapping a sheet of Sculpting around his face. Smoothed it out, and gave him a pointy snoot. Kinda struggled to keep the mouth symmetrical, but I made it work. Thought his lower lip could use a little more volume, so I smooshed a noodle of clay there, added and subtracted as needed. He's also got this rough texture that's part of his upper lip, which I thought looked neat. Tried adding it first by roughly scraping the clay, then by more precisely cutting. Once I was happy with him, he got a bath in IPA and his first bake. I wrapped his body with another sheet of Sculpting, much like before. Then I started adding texture with some crumpled foil. Pierogi is a rocky little land shark, and so I planned to sculpt on rocks all over his body. I wanted to start him off with an underlying rough texture. Then I wanted to lay out the scales on his sharky sail and the shell on his back. The sail didn't work out quite like I hoped, but that's okay. I was able to fix it up later. I gave Pierogi's back a beetle-looking texture with lines and stuff. Touched him up with some more texture, and off to the oven he went. Then it was time for the legs. It took a couple tries, but I was able to get the legs to stick. Turns out I needed to use bacon bond to make it really stick on, and some foil to give the armature better footing. After some sculpting, smoothing, and texturing, it was time to bake again. Then repeat the process with the front legs. Made sure he can stand up properly before sending him off to bake again. I noticed a couple issues at this point. His sail looked a little sad, and his butt wasn't pointy enough, so I set out to get that touched up. First, the sail. It needed some more clay, and I took care to keep the top as pointy as I could. Then it was time to bring back the layers on the sail. I suggested depth by squishing one of the sides down all along the sail. More clay and bacon bond later, his butt was pointy too. Then, it was finally time for my favorite part of the whole process, the rocks. I squished blobs of clay with bacon bond all over Pierogi's back, trying out different tools here and there to see which I liked best. I made sure to keep the rocks distinct from one another, so I used silicone tools to clean up the edges of the rocks. I did this all over pierogi, baking as I went along. This was the point I was the most excited about little pierogi. All he needed now were his little feet. I started off by giving him the cutest little booties before cutting and squishing them into proper toes. I poked holes in his toes to make room for some claws I baked separately, then got them in place with some bacon bond. I did the same for his front feet, only I gave him one more toe on his front paws. Detailed and textured his feet, and off he was to his final bake. Look at this cutie! Oh my goodness! I think he's ready for a coat of paint. I gave him a coat of terracotta on his face, then mixed up some tan with the terracotta and painted that all over. Gave him a couple washes with some watered down chocolate brown color to bring the texture out. He was looking spiffy, but I wanted to bring some of the lighter color back, so I came back with the rough brushing of tan and terracotta wherever I wanted it. Attempted some dry brushing with pure tan, which, well, it worked, but I wasn't too happy with it. So I went back over it with more terracotta and a little chocolate brown mixed in too. I also did some more painting off camera, and, well, little pierogi was done.